the same way I'm sure wrestlers can tell really fast when a fan is a fan or what's called a mark, where a mark is like a really diehard wrestling fan. I could tell really quick with him. I'm like, oh, you know shit. Yeah. And you pull out deep cuts. Like if I ask someone, hey, who's your favorite comic? And they say like Jim Gaffigan or Kevin Hart or like, now don't get me wrong, fantastic comedians, but they're like the most popular comedians right now. But like if I say like, hey, who's your favorite comic? And you go like, oh, Mark Norman kills me. Or if you go like Rick Ingram, if you pull out Rick Ingram, I'm like, okay.
By the way,
I
went to LA last year in January of last year for 7 days, and we ended every night in LA at this is me and my fiance at the time. We're married now, but we went to the Comedy Store every night to finish the night. So we went from like 10 to 2 in the morning every single night at the Comedy Store, and for a week. And then I think one night we went to the Laugh Factory, and actually we saw Adam Ray and Dane Cook there.
Nice.
But we went to the Comedy Store every night, and Rick Ingram he probably had a set every single night we were there, and he was fucking fantastic. He was hilarious. There
you go. So you know Rick Ingram. So if you pulled out a Rick Ingram reference, I'd be like, bro, you know comedy, because that dude is awesome.
Like my favorite comic is Brian Holtzman. He's fucking number one.
Wow. Dude, have you heard his new podcast?
Yeah, it's really good.
Oh my god,
I know that reference, and he is great. His
podcast is fucking
for those of you who don't know,
insane.
Brian Holtzman, when the Comedy Store is open, he gets like the 1 o'clock in the morning spot.
Yes, well,
and crushes it.
I went, not to bring the fucking room down, but it was January of last year. So when I went that whole week, it was either Brian Holtzman or Brody, and they were closing the night every single night we were there, and it was fucking killer. Like it was because we stayed till they closed. I mean, we'd stay till 2 in the morning maybe. Sometimes later. And by the end of the night, like Brody or Brian would be on stage. Sometimes there might have been 4 to 6 people in there, and we're still sitting in the fucking front watching the show. I mean, we stayed every night.
Good for you, man. And I love that, because I'll tell you right now, when the Comedy Store is up and running, like 9 p.m. to 10:30 is where you get your heavy hitters, your legends.
Yeah.
That's when you get Rogan, Joey Diaz, Tom Segura, Sebastian Maniscalco, Eliza Whitney, Chris D'Elia, like all the names you know.
Yeah, it was pretty cool because we saw Rogan like 3 nights in a row there, and he was doing the same 15-minute, and we like literally in just a 3-day period saw it grow like exponentially. Like saw him working on it, and it was fucking cool to watch. It's like we know the joke, and he still hit us harder every single night.
Yeah, it's fun when you get to see that process. And but yeah, so that's like from 9 to 10:30. But then after 10:30, from like 10:30 to like midnight is where you get like the lower level headliners that are still good,
right?
But they're like, you'll get like me, you'll get Fahim Anwar,
Dancing O'Neill.
I wish you'll get great Simmons. Like you'll get some really great comics. And then it goes to late night, and that's when you get the people that are like they work at the Comedy Store that just got passed, and they are going for Hail Marys. They are just throwing haymakers because all they want to do is kill, and all they want to do is move up to that next spot. So they are experimenting, and they are doing amazing things in comedy. That's some of my favorite stuff to watch. Is you go to those late night sets and you see like a Brian Holtzman or the aforementioned R.I.P. Brody Stevens. Right now, Lara Bites is going on real late at night, and she is fucking crushing. So funny.
Dude, I'm so glad that Brian Holtzman is finally starting to do like social media and stuff.
Yeah, he's got his podcast and shit going.
He is so like, I mean, I would probably say 90% of people are gonna fucking hate him and not understand what the fuck is going on.
Just not get it. Yeah.
But there's gonna be like 10% where he fucking hits with. And dude, I share his shit. Have you been seeing his Facebook videos and shit?
No, I haven't.
Brad, go check out his fucking Facebook and Instagram videos. It's fucking Brian Holtzman. It's insanity. And his podcast is so, dude, it's weird. It's so weird and uncomfortable and aggressive sometimes. And he records it. He lives in a fucking mobile home, like in a fucking, but not like a trailer. I think he lives in like a camper.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's dude.
Just insanity.
And it doesn't surprise me that you say that, because if you want to know the there's 2 comics that I give the definition of don't give a fuck. One is Joey Diaz, do not give a fuck.
Yeah.
And Brian Holtzman, do not give a fuck. Like, he will say absolutely anything that he feels, doesn't care about how it may be interpreted or how it, if you get him trending or whatever, he doesn't give a shit. He's just throwing bombs.
I'll send you a couple of Brian Holtzman's Facebook videos. It's like once you get into that groove and once you watch it, because he opens every video as like, it's Thursday and blah, 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 and he'll like go off. But it's, my God. I can't describe it. It's completely impossible to fucking describe it. It's just.
I'll watch it.
Yeah.